The following brought to you in part by Hemp CBD Connex. Creative cannabis marketing, media, and design, Kind Time, and Yummy RealCannaHoney.com.
Now, you know we get lucky. We're on the floor right now at the Connex show in Portland, and then we've run across basically a friend and a business icon. Your name for the record, sir?
Amit Rikhi.
Amit Rikhi, and you're with Zone In, right?
I am, yes.
Okay, and then your name?
Elise Child.
So what you don't know is that Elise takes the Zone In product and it makes her feel a lot better, and then Amit's from the company that makes Zone In. So Amit, talk to us a little bit about the Zone In brand, and what is it? What's the foundation of the company? Why?
Yeah, you know what? That's good that you asked why, because we are definitely a mission-based organization. Lofa Tutupu is my co-founder. I'm the CEO, and Lof was at the house last December of 2018, and we were hanging out in my basement, and he said, Amit, the hemp bill got passed. And I said, oh, that's awesome, right? And I said, what's that? What's that, right? And he goes, that means CBD is going to be legal throughout the country. And he goes, CBD has saved my life. And I said, talk to me more about this. And Lof started talking about his journey in the NFL. He had over 15 recorded concussions. He had 10 surgeries. He had inflammation through his whole body. And he just wasn't quite right after all of that. He needed some help. And he started taking CBD, and he noticed that the inflammation started to go down. His mind started to get right. He started going into the gym. He lost 50 pounds. Family life, emotionally, physically, spiritually, everything got amazing. And he said, help me take this mission, help me take what I've experienced out to the world. And so we decided to build and launch Zone In CBD after that.
Wow.
Oh, thank you.
Wow. Well, so what's amazing about this to me is, so then 4 months ago, I meet Lofa, okay? And we get a chance, we're hanging out. And he says, try my product. Well, I'm not a heavy CBD user, but I know somebody who's been working on it, right?
Yeah.
So I start giving Elise the Lofa product, or the Zone In. She starts taking it. It takes about 2 weeks. And how are you feeling these days?
I am feeling so much better. It's like I got my brain back, but I got so much more. I was experiencing debilitating anxiety, almost lifelong. I mean, it got to the point where I didn't even, depending on the day, I didn't even want to leave the house sometimes. Just debilitating anxiety, feeling bad, extreme fatigue. I've battled a lot of health issues over the last decade. And I've also dabbled in CBD, but I would take it some nights I would try a little here, a little there. Lofa's your product is
Zone In CBD.
Zone In CBD, which we get delivered every 2 weeks. It's thank you. I started taking it for the first time regularly. So I might even need to start taking more, but I've been taking 1 capsule twice a day with 2 of my main meals. And I'd never taken it regularly before. But my mind cleared. I stopped being so stressed out. I mean, I would be so stressed out that we couldn't really have good conversations because I would get so much anxiety over anything that he was talking about. So it's really been a life changer. It's been an absolute life changer. So
yeah, I gotta get a hug.
Yeah. So this is the thing. When we were talking, right? Because the whole thing of getting your partner back. I mean, right? And the truth of, so when I walk in here, I see all these people. If it doesn't work, what are all these people doing in here? It may or may not work for you, but what I can tell you is it does work for a lot of folks. And it's one of these things where if quality of life is an issue, try something, right?
Yeah.
And for us, it turned out to be Zone In CBD. And how neat to meet you here on the show floor, brother.
Thank you guys
Truly.
so much.
I used to be grateful because it would make me high, right? And I love that. I like my THC. But what's been really interesting is to find myself in a place where it has saved it has impacted so many people, where I still love my THC, but personally, I'm grateful for the way it turns out to be an all-natural medicine for so many folks.
Yeah.
You got anything to say nice about the flower?
Oh my gosh. I am so grateful for the healing I've experienced. I am grateful to not be using pharmaceutical drugs. Also, I was using a lot of supplements, anything to do to feel better. I don't need as many of those anymore. So I'm grateful. So.
I'm grateful for the entire hemp plant as well. As you guys know, we use the entire plant. We're a full spectrum CBD company. And so CBG, CBN, all the other cannabinoids, the entourage effect, the ECS, all these things that we're learning about right now, the effect that it has on homeostasis in the body is profound. It's profound. And so we have a scientific advisory board at Zone In that help us, because they're a lot smarter than I am, I'll tell you what, right? PhD MDs that help us. It takes a village, it really does. It helps us really understand what that plant is doing. And so it's funny, I've got a lot of family still in India, and I've got people that I know that are Ayurvedic doctors and people that have understand the whole body, and they have said, of course it does all those things. We've known this for years out in the East, right? The Indo-Chinese have known it forever. We know about the history of the plant here in the U.S. We know about our good doc that brought it over in the 1800s. We know what happened after that. And so it's fun and enlightening and powerful to see this resurgence of the plant being part of our society. The Farm Bill being passed. We know about new legislation that's happening this year. We saw the Safe Banking Act come through the House, and it still needs to go through the Senate. There's people know, geez, if Mitch McConnell's the guy that's pushing the Farm Bill, you know that the whole country is going to be behind it. So it's been wild. And honestly, I don't want to make it sound like I didn't know that much about hemp until about a year and a half ago when Lofa came to me and started talking to me about the plant. And I'm like, what is in this stuff? And so he gave me some full spectrum hemp extract with CBD. I gave it to my wife who had issues with anxiety, sleeping. She'd been in some car accidents. We had a tragedy in the family, and I saw my wife starting to come back. We talked a little bit about that, and I thought, wow, it's life-changing. My brother, Lofa, it's changed his life. My wife has changed her life. My mom, who's in her 70s, she had been taking a ton of Tylenol and Advil just to get some sleep. And it changed her life. She stopped taking it. She goes, I feel so much better. My father, who's getting arthritis in his knees. Now, these are all anecdotal, and I know, we have to be careful around claims, right? But my point is that we see it, and to your point, I mean, we see it all around us here. These are people that have experienced it, and it's a powerful thing to be part of something like that. It absolutely is, and we're talking about grateful. We're grateful to be in this space. We're grateful to be around such great people trying to do such great things in this industry. It's pretty fantastic.